In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through the very important piece and one of the largest mistakes I find people make when trying to build their online business. And the point is the question is when to go all in on your online business. Now, generally, there are two key critical stages in anyone's online business growth. And these two areas are where most people trip up, right? And they're both as important as each other. Neither of the two are more important than the other. Now, the first one being the decision to start an online business, to go online, to grow, to get online clients, and to start that new revenue stream, that new growth, that new business away from the in-person part. Now, it is a massive leap of faith going from something you've always known, you've always done, to doing something completely new and different, right? And as most people say, it's like you need to do the things that make you feel uncomfortable. Like if you feel deep down that's what you want to do, but you avoid it because it's uncomfortable, because it's new, because it's scary, then that's exactly where you should lean in, right? And go towards. Most people avoid uncomfortable situations when really getting into those areas of uncomfort is where growth comes from, and it's where true happiness comes from, right? So if you know you want to do something deep down, but you shy away from it out of fear of the unknown, right? You're only going to stay stagnant in a place of unfulfillment. So the first leap of faith is going, you know what? I've been wanting to do this for some time. I know I want to do this. I know I need this. And I'm going to take that blind faith leap of faith and lean into this area that might feel new, different, scary. But effectively, if you only stay doing what you've always done, you'll never get any further than where you currently are. So you need to take that leap of faith, really blindly jump into it and back it, right? That's the first step. Now, once people do that and they truly commit to it and they get into it, and they start making moves, start taking actions, start getting results, right? So they go from ground level, not doing anything, knowing they want to do it, taking a leap of faith, diving into it, right? And getting some momentum and going to kind of like level one. Now, this is almost the most dangerous spot for people looking to build their online business, right? So you've gone from an in-person trainer or a fitness professional, or you've got a job or whatever it might be you do to pay the bills, and you've moved into building an online business, right? And you've taken that leap of faith, you've taken action, you've seen results. Now, the second biggest area of mistake is when to go all in. When to go all in, right? So most people, when they first make the decision to dive into it, they keep one foot in, one foot out, right? Because they've got to keep their job, right? Their whatever's bringing in the income, you've got to keep one foot in that, right? And then they put the other foot in, I'm doing this new online business thing, right? And there becomes a time early on, once you start taking action, getting traction, getting results, where you've got to go, you know what, I've got to take one foot out. I can't have one foot in each area. I've got to jump all in to one, or both are going to die, right? Because you're only half in each, right? And once again, it is just as scary, if not scarier stage. And a lot of people will be like, all right, I've got an online business. It's going well. I've gotten some traction, done some work, got some clients, got some cash flow. And it's either I've got to go all in on this to give it more time, more energy, more focus, and pull away completely from my area of comfort, what I had one foot still in, and dive into this head first for it to go to the next level, for it to become a full-time thing, right? And then give it enough oxygen and time to grow to the next level and hit its full potential, right? And most people will get to this stage and they'll be like, I'll just give it a bit more time. I'll keep, just keep it working, and I'll keep my in-person stuff going as well. and then maybe they pick up a client in person, they get a little bit more busy in person, and then they end up finding they're getting home at the end of the day, they're too tired, they're not doing any work on their online business, and then slowly but surely the online business dies, right? So it's gone from nothing to something. It's gotten a lot of energy, a lot of focus, a lot of momentum, like a snowball is built, right? And is growing. The hardest thing to do is get momentum from no momentum, right? But then at that stage, one of the biggest areas of risk is people then take the foot off the gas. And then the snowball slowly starts shrinking. People think they might be able to just limp it along, right? And then their focus, their attention wanes, right? And then slowly but surely over the next month, 2, 3, they look at it and they're like, I haven't done much in my online business. I've kind of treated it like the poor cousin, and lo and behold, it's died. Or it's dying, right? And then they go back to the safety blanket and go, it's not growing, it's dying, so I may as well go back to in person because at least that's stable, right? And they forget the main reason why they started this whole thing in the first place, right? The reason why they wanted to get away from the in-person business. Now, whether your goal is to go full-time online, part-time online, 3/4 online, 1/3 online, that doesn't really matter, right? Obviously, I'm talking about going all in on online at a certain stage, whatever it might be. But the point I'm trying to make is that you can't, it's like a baby, right? It's like an embryo. It starts to grow, it gets to a certain level. You can't just let it be and think that it's going to just hobble along. And then when you're ready, you can get your focus back to it again. Right? It needs attention, it needs oxygen, it needs growth, it needs focus, it needs energy from you to continue. And like I said, you could go, you know what, I only wanted to go online so that I could get part-time income, pull back from in-person so I wouldn't have to do early morning shifts, late night shifts, weekends, holidays, whatever it might be. You might just want to pare back at some of your in-person and get an online income that'll support that. And then also when you have holidays or when in-person clients are sick or whatever, you don't have a massive drop in your income. That might be your goal. Or the goal might be to go full-time online. Either way, you need to give it the oxygen time that it needs to continue to grow and survive, right? And so in the example of if you were just wanting to do it part-time, you need to, at that stage, you would need to either A, cancel some of those clients, in-person clients that you in the first place, that's why you went online, right? You can't just go, okay, I might keep those early mornings, right? I know I didn't want to do it. I'll keep them a little bit longer. Oh, someone asked me if I could work at 6 a.m. as well or 9 p.m. You know what? It's money. It's hard to say no to. I'll just pick that up as well while it's there because you're actually like, you've got two masters, right? And you're effectively loading up on one that you wanted to move away from. And then as a result, the more that this one scales, the more that this one's going to drop. So you've got the first stage, leap of faith, getting into it, doing the work, getting some results. And then you've got the more critical one, I would almost say, where it's like, all right, cool. You've gotten to a certain stage. Now it's real. Now it's time to treat it real and serious and give it the respect that it deserves. And if you got into it to go part-time, you need to speak to the clients that you have in the mornings, the nights, the weekends, the holidays, the ones that you wanted to trim, right? And you've got to respect them and respectfully trim those clients, right? In whatever respectful way you can, because that's why you came into it. You've got to think about why you did this in the first place. And then that'll give you the energy and time to keep the online business going, right? And that's if it's part-time and you only wanted to do it part-time to save some time on your in-person, have a bit more leverage, have a bit more stable income. Now, if you want to go full-time online, there is that stage where you need to take that leap of faith, that next leap of faith and go all in. And that looks like literally speaking to all your in-person clients and saying, hey, I'm going full-time online now. Would you like to transition over? Like, I want to keep working with you. I respect you. You're awesome, so on and so forth. Would you like to migrate over to my online coaching? Otherwise, I will be finishing up all my in-person in XYZ ABC. And then everything migrates over. You're all in and it will get your full time, your full energy, and you'll see how quickly it'll double, triple, quadruple, and then you're off and racing, and you'll be exactly where you want to be, right? But you need to remember the goal at the start to motivate you to take that scary leap of faith and not go back to the safety blanket, the area of comfort. You need to keep pushing into the area of uncomfortability and doing things that make you feel uncomfortable, that are different. They're only uncomfortable because they're new, right? And once you do it for long enough, they'll become the new area of comfort, right? The only way you can grow is by doing stuff different, and different things make you feel uncomfortable. So if you have your goal and you keep focused on your goal, and at any time you feel uncomfortable, know you're in the right place and you should lean even further into it. You're doing the right thing. You're feeling the right way. There is no one that can do something completely new and not be scared or not feel uncomfortable, because they just haven't done it before. So how could they be comfortable? So if you have a feeling of uncomfort through the process, smile and know that you're on your way. You're in the right place, right? So 2 stages. 1, getting started, massive leap of faith. 2, probably more important, you've started a business, you've done all this work, you've got a couple of clients, that next leap of faith to give it the oxygen it deserves to continue to grow, right? And if you don't do that, you may as well not even done the first step, right? And it takes a lot of courage, right? It takes a lot of courage to say no and to go, you know what, I'm not going to go to that safety blanket. I'm going to keep pushing forward into this. And remembering your goals is critical, right? And once again, like I said, anyone that misses out on this second stage, I've seen it time and time again, the business will fizzle out, and you may as well not have even started in the first place, because it will effectively die, right? If it ain't growing, it's dying. And it's a truth in all things in nature and business and everything, right? It needs oxygen, it needs time, it needs focus and energy, right? And so you need to be able to give that to anything, right? Once again, now, if you're looking to do $100,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month, do it part-time, full-time, a third time, it doesn't matter, right? You just chop it up accordingly to what you're trying to do with it. But once again, you need to respect it and give it the energy and focus it needs to allow it to go to the next level, right? And then once you make that leap of faith, let me tell you, I was there in the early stages, and it's scary, because you're moving away from that starting something scary. But let me tell you, leaning further into it and stepping further away from what you've been doing and has been paying the bills is even scarier, right? But once you do it and you look back, you'll be like, that's the best decision I ever made in my life. Why didn't I do it sooner? So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that makes sense. If you're at this stage in your business, either stage 1 or stage 2, I implore you to keep focused on the goal, look ahead, right? And just keep moving forward. And you will absolutely thank yourself in 3-4 weeks' time. Like, it doesn't take 3-4 years. It is a short period of time. And you look back and you're like, geez, why didn't I do this sooner? Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helps. And if you need any help on any of this sort of stuff, where you're at, whether it's getting clients, whether it's growing, whether it's how to deliver, what to charge, how to close, how to get leads, reach out to me, chris@tribefit.co. That's tribefit.co. Shoot me an email. We can chat. I'm sure I'll be able to help or send you some free resources your way, depending on where you're at. I'll be happy to. That's it from me. Bye for now.